On a quiet morning in 79 AD, the city of Pompeii woke to the gentle sounds of birds singing and the comforting smells of fresh bread wafting from bustling bakeries. Merchants began setting up their stalls in the marketplaces. Children played in the streets, and the laughter of citizens echoed across the elegant villas and bustling squares. The sunlight glimmered off the mosaic floors, casting intricate patterns on the walls of the city's houses, while the soft murmur of fountains added a serene rhythm to the city's morning. Life in Pompeii was ordinary, peaceful, and thriving, a jewel of Roman civilization. But beneath the surface of this seemingly serene city, a sleeping giant stirred. Mount Vesuvius, the magnificent volcano that loomed silently over the Bay of Naples, was preparing to awaken in a manner that would forever alter the course of history. Within hours, Pompeii would be erased from existence, leaving behind only ash, ruins, and the haunting echoes of lives abruptly ended. Streets that had once been filled with laughter and chatter would fall silent. Homes that had sheltered families for generations would crumble, and the memory of Pompeii would vanish beneath layers of stone, ash, and pumice. If you enjoy this type of historical narration and cinematic storytelling, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Ancient Stories. Your support helps us continue creating these immersive stories from the past, bringing history to life one narration at a time. Without your support, creating detailed videos like this would be incredibly difficult. So please like, subscribe, and join us on this journey through the past. Pompeii was not just a city. It was a living, breathing representation of Roman society at its height. Its streets were lined with elegant villas adorned with intricate frescoes, courtyards blooming with fragrant flowers, and ornate fountains that glimmered in the morning sun. Marble statues of gods and heroes adorned the city squares, reflecting the cultural pride of its citizens. Temples rose majestically above the rooftops, where priests performed sacred rites and citizens prayed for protection, prosperity, and the favor of the gods. The city's marketplaces were alive with merchants selling freshly baked bread, fragrant spices, colorful fabrics, and imported goods from across the Roman Empire. The air carried the mixed scents of baking bread, roasting meat, incense from temples, and the occasional tang of salt from the nearby sea. Bakers kneaded dough, blacksmiths hammered glowing iron, and gladiators trained for contests in the arena, their shouts echoing through the streets. Citizens moved with purpose, some haggling over prices, others delivering goods, and children darting between adults with carefree laughter. Art and luxury were not only for the elite. Mosaics and frescoes decorated public baths, villas, and temples, blending beauty with everyday life. The city celebrated both leisure and labor. Citizens attended festivals, performances, and games, while others worked tirelessly to ensure Pompeii's economy and social life thrived. Life was sophisticated yet vibrant, a delicate balance between art, commerce, religion, and community. Mount Vesuvius, which now seemed like a quiet guardian of the city, had been dormant for centuries. Its slopes were fertile, producing rich vineyards and olive groves that nourished the citizens. Farmers tended their crops along the mountain's lower slopes, unaware of the growing pressure beneath their feet. The mountain's calm presence gave the Pompeians a false sense of security, hiding the terrifying power that lay dormant beneath its surface. While the citizens went about their daily routines, unknowingly, the volcano held a slow, building fury that would soon erupt without mercy. In the days leading up to the eruption, subtle signs of danger began to appear. Small tremors shook the streets, rattling pottery, causing cracks to appear in walls, and unsettling the citizens. The earth groaned faintly beneath their feet, a warning they neither understood nor fully appreciated. Birds flew erratically, abandoning their nests in the hillsides, while domestic animals became restless, barking, mewing, or refusing to eat. Horses and donkeys whinnied nervously, some breaking free from their stalls, sensing an unseen threat. Some citizens claimed to see strange clouds rising from the summit of Vesuvius, unusual plumes of smoke curling into the sky, darkening the horizon. The smoke had a peculiar sulphurous smell, carried by the morning breeze, and it worried those who noticed it. Scholars debated the meaning of these signs, interpreting them through the lens of Roman superstition and divine favor. Priests whispered warnings in the temples, while others dismissed them as trivial anomalies, confident that their gods would protect the city. Despite the subtle warnings, life continued in Pompeii with a deceptive normalcy. Children played in the streets, merchants sold their goods, and citizens prepared for festivals and gladiatorial games. Yet in retrospect, each tremor, each bird that fled, and each whisper of smoke was a prelude to the cataclysm that would strike without mercy. The mountain's warning signs were ignored, as the beauty and serenity of daily life blinded the citizens to the impending disaster. On August 24th, 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius finally awoke. What began as distant rumblings quickly escalated into a monumental explosion. A massive column of smoke, ash, and molten rock shot miles into the sky, blotting out the sun and casting a dark shadow over Pompeii. The roar of the eruption resonated through every stone and building, shaking foundations and sending vibrations through the streets. Pumice and ash rained down relentlessly. Roofs collapsed under the weight of the falling debris, streets filled with dust, and citizens were forced to shield themselves as the sky darkened. Merchants abandoned stalls, children screamed, and parents clutched their families, desperately trying to find shelter. Those who tried to flee by chariot or boat were slowed by clogged streets and the panic of the crowd. Pyroclastic flows, dense, superheated currents of gas, ash, and rock, surged down the mountain at terrifying speeds, obliterating buildings in seconds. The heat was blistering, the air toxic and suffocating, and the cries of terrified citizens echoed through the streets. Gladiators, scholars, bakers, and priests all struggled against a force beyond comprehension. Streets once filled with commerce and joy now became scenes of chaos and despair. Ash and pumice accumulated rapidly, burying homes, shops, temples, and streets under layers of grey and black. Every corner of the city became a trap. Citizens who had not yet fled were forced to shield themselves, suffocating under the weight of the ash. Scholars, priests, and families alike were powerless in the face of nature's fury. As the day wore on, Pompeii became a city frozen in terror. Citizens sought shelter in homes or temples, but falling ash and collapsing buildings made survival nearly impossible. Families huddled together in courtyards, clutching one another for comfort. Others attempted to climb the city walls, praying for a miracle that never came. Archaeological evidence, discovered centuries later, reveals haunting casts of people in their final moments. A mother shielding her child, a merchant clutching coins, a lover embracing a partner. These frozen moments tell the story of ordinary lives abruptly ended by extraordinary forces. Streets, squares, and homes vanished under layers of ash and debris, leaving behind only impressions of human struggle and despair. By evening, Pompeii was completely engulfed. The city, once alive with commerce, laughter, and daily routine, was silenced. Thousands of lives were claimed in hours, and the thriving city was buried beneath volcanic debris, leaving a tragic imprint that would endure for centuries. For nearly 1,700 years, Pompeii lay hidden beneath layers of volcanic debris. Rediscovered in the 18th century, archaeologists were astonished to find a city frozen in time. Frescoes, mosaics, everyday objects, and even graffiti told intimate stories of love, commerce, politics, and religion. Pompeii became a window into the past, offering a rare glimpse of life in the Roman Empire. Yet the tragedy remains at its heart, a stark reminder of nature's unpredictable power and humanity's fragility. Every preserved body, artifact, and collapsed building echoes the suddenness of disaster and the impermanence of even the most thriving civilizations. Pompeii endures as both a cautionary tale and a testament to human resilience. Though the city was buried, its story was not lost. The laughter, labor, and lives of its citizens continue to speak to us across centuries, reminding us that history is fragile, precious, and sometimes written in ash. If you found this journey through history as fascinating as we did, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to Ancient Stories. Every like, every subscription, and every comment allows us to keep uncovering the mysteries, tragedies, and wonders of our shared history. Thank you for watching, and remember, history is alive.